I got invited to play Squid Game, but this time I was on a mission. I had to at least try and win and get further than hide and seek, because you know how it is. You know, I've never got further than that. So, as I'm walking across, immediately I pick up the pocket of sand because I really need to end someone here. Besides, it's a good day, so better if I ruin someone else's. It seemed like a good lobby, but I was trying to find a big enough crowd. And as soon as they said green light, I ran. But I was mindful of the people behind me because I don't want to get hit with a pocket of sand. And as I see that person going for help, I was going to knock him down, but I couldn't. I'm surprised I didn't get out on that red light green light. But anyway, as I'm walking, I see other people. They're being knocked down. And I've seen this guy, and I knew that I needed revenge. So I went behind him, and I did the best thing possible. Pocket of sand. And as he fell to the ground, a relief of happiness entered into my body. And I hoped that this bacon would save me. This bacon brother. And he did. As I typed the words thank you, I was worried that he'd drop me and throw the pocket of sand at me when it was red light. But I still typed thank you. I knew that I'd probably make it, but I wouldn't get to end someone else's chance on getting the money. I knew people would still get out because there were a lot of toxic people. A lot of toxic people. So as the bacon brother carries me, I look around and I see the other people being carried, and I wish that I was behind them, ready to throw the pocket of sand. I look behind, I look in front, I'm close now. So all I have to do is go. Come on. I could do it, yes. I finally made the finish line, and I tried to ask the team with this kid, but it was too late because I couldn't jump, so I couldn't say. But now I could jump, so I didn't type. And I thought that girl was going to throw the pocket of sand at me, but I needed to get somebody shot, at least one. So I waited for someone to cross the finish line. They didn't do it. I hoped someone would go to help the person, and I was right, kinda. Not really. As I shot them down, I was disappointed because I didn't get them to fall. But it seemed that everybody had survived. Everybody who was over the finish line. I didn't see other people that wanted to cross the finish line. And I was happy because that meant that there was more people that I could obliterate in Lights Out. Spoiler alert, I didn't really obliterate someone. It didn't work. But I was following the bacon brother because I needed him to help. I wanted to team so much, but it was too late. One sec. It was too late. I know what happens when the guards come in. And I realised that so I went down and I did the best thing possible. It felt good because that way less people were being. That meant that there was one person who didn't get. That meant that there was one person I didn't have to split the prize with. I knew that the next game was Dalgona, and I was kind of happy. Not really, I was scared. I suck at Dalgona. So, I'm happy. I'm asking to team with this kid, but then I realised I was the one who threw the pocket of sand at him. And as we're learning that, I look behind me, because I know that there's photo stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can knock the people forward. And as I wait for the doors to open, I look around. I see the contestants who don't stand a chance. Apart from Bacon Brother, he's good. As I got annoyed that what this person had done, I accidentally pushed the Bacon Brother, and I felt sorry. I honestly did. But I knew he'd be done soon. And look, a cat guy's on me. So now there was a cat guy in my photo. But it was fun. As I went up the stairs, I was very scared and worried, and also didn't want to die, because you know, no one wants to die. They want to win. But I knew that this would be me. I knew that I would win. I knew that I was chosen to win. Wait, is that fresh? Is that cream? Is it? No, I don't think it is. It looked like him. It's not. As I pushed this guy, I didn't mean to push the Bacon Brother, and I felt sorry because I knew that had broken our Bacon Brother alliance. So that meant only one of us could win, and it was going to be me. As I waited to see what cookie I'd gotten, I was scared that it was going to be Umbrella, but it was Circle. As I got ready and I looked behind me, I hope the cat guy survived because, you know, he's a cat. And I obliterated the Circle cookie in 0.1 seconds. And if anybody says otherwise, they are clearly blind, because, you know, I literally just said that. And I felt happy because I thought the cat guy had survived. And then, when I looked, I saw something truly heartbreaking. He had died. The cat guy. I felt sorry. A tear nearly dropped from my face, but then I found this guy, and the Bacon Brother was with me. I felt sad, and I also rested there, trying to make him feel better. And then me and this guy did the mingle dance. Yeah. And then I saw this guy laughing, so I gave him some respect. As I showed him the way of respect, he denied it. And that was not good, but it was too late. I knew that Lights Out would be next, and honestly, I tried to hide, but then I realised that I could just get the stuff now, as long as I didn't get pushed, that was. I did get pushed. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, as I was going to the Circle Guard, I'm pretty sure Circle Guard is probably the Circle Guard. Or the Triangle Guard, I don't know. You see that guy who got shot but hid behind that wall? That's Timmy. And I'm scared of Timmy. You'll see why. Anyway, as I'm lined up, it's finally my turn. I didn't see what mask... Oh, no. Why is it a triangle mask? Anyway, as I get ready, because obviously I'm scared, I do not want to die. I figured that I could just hide, but then I realised something. If I get the people, there's more money. So, I was ready. The moment the lights went out, I would be ready. Come on, speed up. I kind of need this to go on. 5 more seconds. And then, oh no, not 5 more seconds, 0 seconds. I tried to see the fresh guy, and then I saw that guy push another person. So I tried to stab them, but it failed miserably. Now I was at the bottom. I saw this guy under the stairs, but I decided to leave him alone. Because I didn't want to fail miserably again. But this time, I was ready. I hunted. Come on, bro. I hunted. Come on, you're supposed to move then. I stood there thinking what would happen. But then I realised something. If I get the people, I get more money. And also that guy kind of scared me. So I ran. As I was running onto the top of the bunk beds, I tried to stab this guy, but he fell to the ground, and I was scared because I jumped with him onto the battleground. I looked across and I saw the guy there. I tried to rid him of the cruel world, but it didn't work out. And then I saw Timmy. I tried to get him. That's the guy who almost got shot but hid behind the wall. I tried to get him, but then he tried to get me. I was scared because he was coming straight towards me. And as I tried to pull out the knife, the fork, it turned out that I had just broken another one. So I was being stabbed. And I couldn't do anything. So I started running. And running. And running. Hoping that the Timmy guy wouldn't catch up. He did. I almost died. My HP is so low. So I did the only thing possible. I ran. And ran. But luckily, I had been saved. As I waited for the next games to start, I went into the boys' bathroom to see if anybody had died in there, but I didn't really care because I need the money. Someone had tried to push me into the guard's thing, but I just tried to heal up. I chose hide and seek. What's the word again? Praying that I would get the seeker, because obviously the hider is way harder. So as I waited on the bunk beds that I was running across, I realised that we just go through in a sec. So I thought I went. There we go. As I ran through the doors, I tried to take my picture, but I ran. Why? I got stuck on the door, and then I ran to the hide and seek door. Then I ran to the hide and seek door. Go on, go. Go, go, go. And when I got there, I saw them. The guards scared me, and I was praying to get the red gumball, but my prayers were denied, and I was chosen as the hider. I decided to run straight forward, and I knew that I would probably be the only one to make it if I made it. I tried to unlock the door, but I didn't have a circle. I didn't have a circle key. I had a square key. I hid in the quiet corner, praying that a seeker wouldn't find me. And as I looked across, I could see them. And I could hear the stabbing. It scared me. But I'm still standing. Yeah. No, I'm not joking. I tried to breathe. I tried to hold in my screams because I was afraid that the seekers would hear me and come. As I waited and waited, I could see people running through and out of the corner on the right. I tried not to get caught. I tried. And then, one sec. And then, Oh, it's probably not now anyway. I also had to be mindful of the other two corners. And I tried to get exactly in the middle to the point where they would not see me from anywhere. As I looked around when I heard the stabbing, I thought it would be in the circle door. I hoped it would be in the circle door so the Seekers couldn't find me. I was scared because this is as far as I've gotten before, up to there, and then I saw them. They left, okay. I think they glitched or something. I was trying to hold my breath because as I said, this was the furthest I'd ever gotten, and I hoped that I'd still survive. There was only 1 minute left. No, well, 1 minute and a bit left. So I turned. I saw nothing. Saw nothing. Turned. Saw nothing. And I hoped that it would be nothing for the rest of it. And then the announcement came that there was only 60 seconds remaining. I was worried that a hider would come, and look, there they did. It seemed that they were running at me. I was scared. I honestly didn't know what to do. I thought that I was done. I thought that this was it. This was it now. But then at least some prayer helped and they left. But my location was revealed. But I hope that they weren't watching where I was and didn't know where I was. Because there was only 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had done it. I started jumping up and down. But why didn't I go back in? Oh look, yeah, I did now. I was happy because this was the furthest I've ever gotten. And as I looked around, I thought that was the fresh guy. And that was probably all of the people who I saw were probably Seekers. And I was surprised that the guards didn't come. Obviously this was the furthest I've ever gotten. As I rushed, I thought that this was Glass Bridge, so I wanted to be last, just like Gihon, so I could survive. I honestly hoped that I did, because the worries that I had, because I'm pretty sure if I survived I thought that if I survived this, it would be Mingle, and if I survived Mingle, it would be the last round. I waited for the guy to come in, but I just went in eventually, and then it turned out to be jump rope, and I was still scared. As they explained the rules, my only concern was if I'd make it. And then they did. The, what's it called again? The video thing. And as I looked down, I saw how far away it was. I went to see how the other people were doing, to see if they were still alive. And then one of them fell. I thought that it was it for the guy, but then he jumped up. How? And then the last guy didn't even jump on time. I hoped that this guy would make it, and I hoped that this would be that I would make it as well. I thought it was easy, and then finally, I saw no one was going, so I volunteered to go. Somehow, I didn't get to jump, but then my battery was turned off. Boom, boom.